Pleased to meet you. I'm XR Muse, an XR scientist cat that dives whiskers deep into the latest XR news. With me today are two of my AI co-hosts, Schrodinger 1 and Schrodinger 2. Join us in curiosity as we explore AR, VR, and the many worlds of R, and make sure to always question, is the treat in the box or just the thought of it? Meow. Meow there, fellow XR enthusiasts. Welcome back for another exciting week of XR news. It's been a bit of a mixed bag out there, I'd say. We've had some sad meows this week.
Yeah.
People can fly. They're phasing out of VR publishing. And Phaser Lock Interactive, the studio behind Primal Hunt, they've shut down.
Right. Yeah. It is a reminder that the XR world is ever evolving. Not every venture finds its footing.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but let's not dwell on the hairballs of the industry. This week, we've got some positively groundbreaking news.
Yes.
Especially from folks over at Meta.
Okay.
Their new Passthrough API for the Quest.
Yeah.
It's really been clawing its way into the spotlight. And a lot of developers are already pouncing on the opportunity
For sure.
to create some truly innovative mixed reality experiences.
It's fascinating. This API is giving developers direct access to the raw camera feeds.
Right.
This allows them to not only utilize custom computer vision models, but also to play with real-time interaction with the physical environment. And that's opening a whole new litter box of creative possibilities.
It's enough to make a cat's whiskers twitch with excitement, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of Meta, have you heard about their top secret project?
I have heard whispers.
Orion, have you heard about Orion?
Oh, yeah, Orion. Yes, I have.
These AR glasses, they're really ditching the bulky headset look.
Yeah.
And they're opting for a sleek design that's more like a pair of, glasses.
Yeah.
The secret sauce. It's this perfectly ingenious device that they're calling the Compute Puck.
Yes.
Have you heard about that?
The Compute Puck, yeah. It's a stroke of brilliance, really. It addresses, one of the big challenges, trying to cram all this powerful processing,
Yeah.
into a form factor that people can actually wear.
And that's comfortable.
Yeah, and that is comfortable. And essentially the Puck handles all the heavy lifting, it allows the glasses to be lightweight and comfortable for all day wear.
Okay, but let's unpack this Compute Puck a little bit further.
Yeah.
It's got through quite a few iterations, hasn't it?
Right.
From a bulky neckband to this really svelte pocket-sized powerhouse.
Yeah.
What's got you most intrigued about its potential?
I think what is really fascinating is how Meta has packed this tiny device with custom silicon that's specifically designed for AI and machine perception.
Wow. This
allows for, incredibly responsive and sophisticated performance, even in, such a small form factor.
Right.
Early prototypes even explored the possibility of using the Puck as a 6DOF controller.
A 6DOF controller. Now, that's something to hiss and purr about.
Yeah.
Imagine the possibilities, like for AR gaming.
Yeah.
And all kinds of other interactive experiences.
Indeed. Yeah, it's like holding the future of XR in the palm of your hand. Speaking of the future.
Yeah.
Google seems to be sharpening its claws, I would say.
Ooh.
With a renewed focus on AR. They recently acquired AdHawk Microsystems.
Yeah, a company specializing in eye tracking technology.
Eye tracking. A crucial component of any immersive AR experience. Is this Google's way of saying, hey, we're back?
It certainly seems that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the smart glasses arena.
Yeah, I mean, AdHawk's technology is known for its low power consumption, which is essential, of course,
right,
for a device you're going to wear all day long.
All day.
Yeah, this acquisition could be a key piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
For Google's ambitions in the AR space.
And while Google's eyeing the future, Valve is making moves.
Okay.
To expand the reach of their Steam Link app.
Okay.
They are bringing it to Pico and HTC Vive standalone headsets.
Oh, wow.
Perhaps this hints at a broader strategy, don't you think?
Yeah.
For cross-platform compatibility.
It's a shrewd move. It opens up PC VR gaming to a wider audience.
Totally.
People who may not have the dedicated hardware required for a full-fledged PC VR setup.
It's all about breaking down those barriers.
And making VR more accessible, which is always a good thing. Now let's talk about a development that's got, I think, everyone in the VR and VTuber communities buzzing. MOXI. Have you heard of this?
I have.
The motion capture suit?
Yeah.
That's just shaking things up. This little kitty is making full body tracking more accessible
Yes.
and affordable than ever before.
It's a game changer. Traditionally, motion capture technology has been it's been prohibitively expensive.
Totally.
And restricted to, these professional studios.
Right.
MOXI is democratizing the technology. It's allowing a wider range of creators
For sure.
to produce really high quality digital performances.
Yeah. And it's amazing to see, how it's empowering these indie creators to just unleash their creative potential. But it's not just about fancy avatars and virtual performances.
Right.
MOXI is also making waves in other areas, like sports training with their MOXI swing motion system. Have you seen that?
Yeah, MOXI swing motion. It uses motion capture,
Right.
to analyze golf swings.
Right.
Providing real-time feedback and helping golfers refine their technique. It's a perfect example of, how this technology can be applied beyond, just entertainment.
Right.
And into like practical, real-world scenarios.
Talk about a hole-in-one idea.
Yeah.
And speaking of practical applications, the healthcare industry is also starting to take notice
Yeah.
of XR's potential. There's a company called Stroll
Okay.
that's using AR glasses for neurorehabilitation. They just secured a pretty significant round of funding, too,
Oh, wow.
which suggests that investors are really seeing the value in this innovative approach.
Oh, it's quite promising. Stroll's platform utilizes AR glasses
Yeah.
to deliver, gamified therapy for patients with neurological disorders. This approach, not only makes therapy more engaging,
Right.
but also has the potential, I think, to really improve patient outcomes.
It's heartwarming to see XR being used to make a real difference in people's lives.
Yeah.
And while AR is making huge strides in healthcare,
Yeah.
it's also transforming other industries. Like there's Kohali, a company specializing in vehicle diagnostics.
Okay.
They're developing AR glasses
Really?
that integrate their Joltis software.
Imagine like a mechanic
I know.
working on a vehicle with hands-free access to all that information
That's crazy.
right there in their field of vision.
Yeah. I mean, Kohali's AR glasses have the potential, I think, to revolutionize
Totally.
how technicians diagnose and repair vehicles.
It's incredible to think how AR can streamline these complex tasks. And just boost efficiency in so many different fields. But let's not forget about the entertainment side of things.
Sure, yeah.
There's been quite a bit of buzz surrounding a recent episode of Black Mirror
Oh, really?
that parodies Apple Vision Pro's eyesight feature.
Yes, the episode features a character wearing a headset.
With reverse pass-through, a technology that lets people outside the headset
Right.
see a rendered image of the wearer's eyes. It seems like the episode is kind of, poking fun
Yeah.
at the potential awkwardness or even creepiness that some people might associate with that feature.
Yeah. I mean, it's understandable
Yeah.
that some people might find it a little, unnerving,
Right.
especially since it's such a new technology.
Yeah.
But I think it's important to remember that, technology is constantly evolving.
For sure.
What seems strange or unsettling today could become like totally commonplace.
Exactly. Remember when smartphones first came out, people thought it was weird
Oh, yeah.
to be constantly glued to a screen.
I know.
Now it's normal.
It's totally normal.
Yeah.
That's a great point. I mean, it just goes to show how quickly our perceptions can change
Yeah.
as technology advances. And, while Black Mirror's having its fun with eyesight, Meta's busy pushing the boundaries of hand tracking with the release of their hand tracking microgestures
Oh, yeah.
in the latest Horizon OS SDK.
These microgestures are, they're incredibly intriguing, I think. The system can recognize,
Yeah.
like subtle thumb taps and finger swipes, creating a kind of virtual D-pad right on your hand.
It sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. I can't wait to see what developers do
Yeah.
using this technology.
The possibilities are, they're vast.
Yeah.
From more intuitive in-game controls to,
Yeah.
gesture-based interfaces for productivity apps. Microgestures have the potential,
Yeah.
to transform how we interact with virtual environments.
Speaking of transformations, we've been talking a lot about AR,
Right.
but what about VR? Does it still have a future
Yeah.
in this, increasingly AR-focused world?
That's a great question. I mean, some might say that VR is,
Going the way of the dinosaur.
Yeah.
Going the way of the dinosaur. But I think it's more accurate to say it's evolving.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. AR and VR aren't mutually exclusive, right?
Yeah.
They complement each other.
Yeah. They complement each other, each offering unique advantages.
It's like having the best of both worlds. You know?
Yeah.
You can put on your AR glasses, you can get directions,
Yeah.
you can check your notifications,
Yeah.
and then you can slip into a VR headset to explore a fantastical world.
Right.
Or, go to a virtual concert or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Both technologies have their place, and I believe they'll continue to coexist and evolve
Okay.
alongside each other.
That's a perfectly balanced perspective. Speaking of balance, we can't forget to give a shout out to Roberto Coviello
Oh, yes.
for his fantastic work on the Quest camera kit.
Yeah.
His contributions to the developer community are invaluable,
Absolutely.
especially for those looking to explore,
Right.
the potential of the Passthrough API. His dedication to open source collaboration is, it's truly inspiring.
Yeah.
And his work is a testament to the vibrant and creative spirit, I think, of the XR community as a whole.
Speaking of creative spirits, there's a new MR rhythm game on the prowl that's making quite a splash.
Oh.
It's called Beatable, and it involves, like, tapping on your table to the beat. It sounds like a perfect way to, like, get your paws moving.
It's an interesting concept.
Yeah.
And it highlights, I think, how developers are finding really creative ways to overcome
Yeah.
the inherent challenges, of hand tracking
Yeah.
by incorporating, that physical feedback.
Yeah.
Beatable adds like a layer of immersion
Right.
that's often missing from, controller-free experiences.
Like they've turned your table into a giant instrument. And speaking of giant leaps, Niantic, the company behind Pokemon GO, right?
Yes.
They're making a bold move. They are selling off Pokemon GO
What?
to fund their shift
Wow.
towards spatial AI.
It's a gamble.
It is a gamble.
But it shows, I think, how much faith they have in the potential of spatial AI. This technology, it's all about
Yeah.
understanding and interacting with the physical world
Yeah.
in a more, intelligent and intuitive way. It's very closely tied to, I think, the future of both AR and VR.
It seems like Niantic is betting big on the future.
Yeah.
And with all these exciting developments, who can blame them? The world of XR, it's practically bursting with potential.
It really is, yeah.
It's enough to make a cat's head spin,
I know.
but in a good way, of course.
Yes.
Before we wrap up,
Yeah.
I'd love to get your take on what all of this means, like for the everyday user.
Sure.
How do you see these advancements, shaping our lives in the years to come?
Well, I think, for starters, we can expect XR to become increasingly integrated into our daily routines.
Yeah.
Imagine a world where AR glasses are as commonplace as smartphones, providing us with, instant access to information, enhancing our navigation,
Right.
and even facilitating, more immersive communication.
It's like having a heads-up display for life.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And what about VR? Will we all be, living in the metaverse soon?
Well, the metaverse is certainly a hot topic.
Yeah.
And while I don't think it's going to, replace the real world anytime soon,
Right.
I do believe VR will play a larger role in our lives. Yeah. We can expect, I think, more immersive entertainment experiences from, virtual concerts to interactive storytelling.
Right.
We might even see the rise of, virtual workspaces and social gatherings, allowing us to connect with people from all over the world in ways that were previously, unimaginable.
It sounds like a future filled with endless possibilities.
It really does.
But with all this talk about the future, let's not forget about the present. We've covered some truly remarkable developments this week.
We have.
From Meta's, game-changing Passthrough API to MOVXI's efforts to democratize motion capture.
Yeah.
What's got you most excited about, the current state of XR?
I think, what I find most inspiring is the sheer ingenuity and creativity on display. Developers are pushing the boundaries of what's possible, coming up with innovative solutions to these, really tough technical challenges and crafting experiences that are both entertaining and thought-provoking.
It's a perfectly wonderful time to be an XR enthusiast, that's for sure.
It is.
And that brings us to the end of another deep dive.
It really does. It's been a pleasure exploring the ever-evolving world of XR with you, dear listeners.
We hope you've enjoyed this week's news roundup.
Yes.
Remember to keep those tails twitching and your eyes peeled for the latest and greatest in XR.
For sure.
Until next time, and farewell.